Hey, what's going on, guys? Pete with Auto Repair Tips. In this video, I'm working on a 2000 Toyota 4Runner. I've done one of these in the past, and I'll put a link in the description up top so you can go check it out when you're done looking at this video. I had a customer watch that video, and he brought me his car all the way from Fredericksburg, Virginia. His name is Nando Galendez. I think I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. All right, guys, let me show you what we got. This is Billy. Billy's gonna be helping me on this build here. He's been doing this all his life. He's built race cars before, fabricated frames. This is right up his alley. So what we got is, we have a marked area here that's rusted from here to here. I would say, Billy, what does that look like? About 3 foot, maybe 2.5 feet? So it's about 2.5 feet long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take the muffler out of the way. We're gonna get it cut out, and then we're gonna discuss the best way to go back with it. All right, guys, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, on the exhaust, the front bolts he was able to get off okay. On the back side, this one came off fine. This one had to be cut off. He's gonna go ahead and knock it out, lower the muffler, and we'll go back with new nuts and bolts. Right. The easiest way to get those mounts off is just with a pry bar. We'll stick it up in there and we'll pry it off. All right, now that we got everything out of the way, we can see what we're dealing with. So explain where you're gonna mark it at and cut at.
I'm gonna come right below these holes, just like this, over to this hole, and then down like that at an angle.
Where are you gonna do your weld at the bottom?
At the bottom, I'm gonna cut this out of here, right along here, bend my piece, and put the whole plate back in like it's supposed to be.
And what are you gonna do up here?
I'm gonna overlap it, right up the hole.
That sounds like a game plan. Go ahead and get it marked out. Once you start cutting, come get me.
There we go.
Look at all the rust that was back up in there. It is loaded in there. We're gonna go ahead and clean it out really good, and then we're gonna treat the inside here with a product that's gonna keep it from rusting anymore. And then the new metal going up, we're gonna treat that metal also. This is gonna be a semi-template because it has contour of the frame, so he'll go by this just a little bit. That's a starting point. All right, guys, the next step is go ahead and get the metal cut out. All right, measuring the metal that we cut out, it's 13 gauge metal, so we're gonna get something that thick or maybe a little bit more. All right, if you look right here, you can see he's taking the frame, he's got it ground down, nice and clean. It's clean inside, and we're getting ready to start fabricating the metal to fit in there for a precise fit. This is what the metal looks like. We're going back with 14 gauge metal. When you buy new metal, it normally has like a residue on it, keep from rusting. Now that it's clean, we're gonna spray this on it, and this will prevent the rust from coming back on the back side. Nice even coat. After he sprays it and it starts to activate on the metal, it'll change colors. And as soon as it's dry to the touch, we'll go ahead and start fitting it to the frame. All right, on the first initial cut on the sheet metal, this is where we're setting. We got it split here and split here so we can make this turn. We have to do some more trimming over here, and it'll end up bringing this gap down some. But it's looking good. That's how it's gonna sit when it's all done, just like that, nice and tight. He's got the piece in place for the final time, and we're gonna do some stitches along the way so we can move it in and out, just like we want all the way down. Once we get to the end and all of it's tacked in, we'll go back and weld it solid. We've got the new frame welded in place. It's a solid weld. The welds have been grinded down. It is time for the epoxy primer, and that is a sealer for this metal. Let me show you how we mix it and the purpose of this DP product. All right, this is the product we're using. It's a DP product. It's an epoxy primer. It's excellent for corrosion resistance. So we're gonna put it on this frame here. It won't allow any moisture at all to get to that metal ever again. It's just a great product to use. When you spray this product, make sure you wear a mask in a nice ventilated area. What he's gonna do is he's gonna lay on a couple of good coats, let it flash off, probably about 15 minutes, and come back and put another couple of good coats. When it's completely dry, it's like a vinyl almost. You've got a couple of good coats on there, everything's covered really well. We'll let that sit about 15 minutes, and it's just a rinse and repeat. One thing I can guarantee you though, this part of the frame section is gonna outlast the rest of the truck. That I can promise. I'd like to thank Mr. Galendez, and I hope I didn't mess your name up too much, but for being a subscriber, watching that last video, and giving me the opportunity to work on his truck. I really appreciate that. Guys, that's it for this video. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Catch you later.